Hey, welcome everybody to the 4K Lowdown. My name is David. My gracious co-host is
Rich, aka Turner Fan 77.
Rich. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's
Good.
been pretty busy. It's busy weekend, busy week. But I'm liking it. It's good. And
Oh, look at
Evan's here. First
that.
comment. He wins. You win, my friend.
You would have no.
Congratulations. You win nothing, but it's a great prize. and and you beat out Harrison.
Thanks, guys, for being here right at the start,
I
man. We
really
appreciate
appreciate
it.
that. Thanks, Harry. Well, I'm happy that you're on too, Harrison. So no
Yeah.
prize for you, but hey, I'm glad you're here. So this is episode 3 of By the Numbers. Basically, what we're doing with this is we're looking at newer movies. This is anything that's come out on physical media in the last couple weeks, anything in streaming that's come out recently, and we also may do a theatrical release or two. For example, tonight we're going to take a look at Megan and do the scoring on that. We're going to do our best to keep it spoiler free and just give the lowdown on the movies, what we liked and what we didn't like. And then, we'll see which one gets the highest score. So what do you think about the movies that we looked at this week?
I enjoyed them for the most part. There's one that I
There,
didn't
there
like.
was there was one, and I'm sorry I mentioned it because that was my pick, and I was like, "Ooh, man!"
But you know what?
You know,
I am glad I watched it because I was curious about it. And it was,
yeah,
but yeah, I won't go back to that.
no, I'm not going back to that. This is, and that's one on Netflix where I hope never gets a physical release.
Yeah,
I'd
we
be
all
okay
want
if that
physical
one just stays
releases,
there.
but
But
no.
and Evan wants to start with that one. Um, so we may just do that.
Yeah.
Get the clunkers out of the way. Um, so yeah, we have when I think we should take the good with the bad. So if we watch a clunker, we're gonna score that too and say, hey, this
Mhm.
this didn't pan out the way we wanted it. I don't recommend it,
We
but
watch it
hey,
for
there's
you.
something. Yeah, watch it. We watch it for you so you don't have to. And then if you want to judge for yourself, like I said, don't just take our word for it.
Yeah.
Judge for yourself. But we're going to go, here are our scores based on the 10 aspects that we want in a movie. And if you're like, oh, hey, the cinematography might have been pretty good, maybe I'll go watch that because I like it. Or, hey, I like the cast. Maybe
Hmm.
I'll go see it anyway.
Yeah.
And hey, more power to you. If you've got a Netflix account or whatever, you might as well watch free stuff. But, you'll probably shut this
Avoid.
off. You probably won't. As soon as you start with the acting in this one, you'll probably go, "Ooh,
Hmm.
okay, yeah, we're gonna skip that. Let's go to
Yeah. I
watch
gotta pull up
something
my
else.
scores here. Hold on.
Let's go to HBO Max and watch The Last of Us because I've heard that's really good. I can't wait
I
to see that.
love the first episode. Holy cow, that first episode was
Yeah, no, I
fantastic.
like Pablo Pascal, and I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, today I watched all 3 John Wicks, and I'm
Yeah.
just itching for 4 to come out. I know I got to wait a little while, but
Isn't it
man.
in May?
I think it's March, isn't it?
Oh,
It might
shit.
be
That's
May.
not that far. I mean,
No,
I'll
it's
be
not
here
that far,
before you
but I
know
think
it.
it's March.
Hey, we're old, so
Um,
time goes by faster.
Time goes by really fast. We don't even buy green bananas anymore because we don't know if we're gonna be around long enough for them to turn yellow. Uh, but all seriousness aside, um, there were some surprises too. There was one movie I didn't expect to like, but I really liked. And I think that's because I thought it was about one thing, but it was something totally different. So we'll get to talk about that one too.
Hmm.
And I think you might know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Um, but all right, what do you say we just jump right in and get to it? Let's start with that
Yeah.
clunker. All right. So all right. So here's what I did. This was my problem. I said, "Hey, why don't we watch RIPD 2 Rise of the Damned?"
Yeah.
Because I mean, I didn't really love the first one, but
Hmm.
Ryan Reynolds, Jeff Bridges, that's got that girl from Weeds and Red. I still can't remember her name for the life of
Yeah.
me. I have to go and look it up. But I thought, okay, this is a prequel movie. Jeffrey Donovan is supposed to play Roy,
And I
who
like
becomes
Jeffrey Donovan.
Bridges' character.
I
What's that?
loved him in Jeffrey Donovan. I loved
I
him in
like
Burn
Jeffrey
Notice.
Donovan. Yeah, I love Burn Notice. I bought the
Yeah,
series. Burn Notice is great, and there are movies that I like him in,
yeah.
but as the star of this one,
Oh, he sucked.
this was painful.
Yes.
This was painful to watch. Um, I did like the girl that's
Yeah.
in the
He's
poster
not
here.
too
I
bad.
like the girl that was with him. I thought she was a bright spot in the movie, but
But they don't
even
take,
the smallest lights shine bright in the dark.
yeah.
So, um,
I will give
so
it though. The special effects
so
were
pencil, you all read it like they say in John Wick. RIPD2,
That's-
unsubscribe. The first one was terrible. You said to start with the terrible one.
you did.
This is all your fault, Evan. You
Yeah,
can't
we're not gonna blame
unsubscribe.
David on this one. We're gonna
You
blame
can't
Evan.
blame me. This is on you, dude.
Oh, dude, it was terrible. Don't do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, this might be a sequel, but no, when I started watching it, I'm like, no, this is a prequel. This is when
see,
Roy first started. It makes
I only
no
seen the first
sense at
one
all.
once.
And yeah, Harrison's Burn Notice is incredible based on the poster. It looks cool, but Dollar Tree quality. I don't even think it's Dollar Tree quality, dude. I think it's 99-cent store quality. This is
Yeah,
like, um, this is when people pay you to take this movie.
yeah.
Please take this movie.
I will make fun of you if you I ever see somebody posted on Instagram.
Alan, thanks for joining me, man. I
Hey,
really
what's going
like
on,
jumping on the
Pops?
show. I am a big fan of Pop's Movie
Oh,
Dungeon.
me
You guys
too.
check that out.
He has
If you're
great
not
stuff.
following him, if you're not subscribing to his
Mhm.
channel, you should.
Yeah,
I watch their Saturday show all the time with
and he's a
him, Brian
great guy
Goes Blue,
too.
and Brad, and all
He
those
started
guys.
around the same time we did.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
but he's way ahead of us.
oh god, yeah. Yeah,
uh, I guess he's got more of a face for TV than we do.
yeah.
So we
We're
got
radio
faith for radio. But
We're definitely radio people.
great to have you on here, man. I really appreciate that. Um, okay, so let's get back to RIPD2. So let's not. What eh, what if anything was there anything that you liked about it? Was there anything that you dug?
I didn't mind. They didn't look
The
terrible.
special effects weren't bad. I mean, for a
I was
Netflix
first
movie,
off.
it wasn't horrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Um, so yeah, I agree with that. I was just like, oh, okay, that's not too bad.
I guess there's one thing
I
I
think
don't remember the first one. I've only seen it once, and I didn't really care for it. Um, but I don't know if it carries over from the first one. But when they take when they're on Earth, they look different than what they normally do.
mhm.
Um, and I don't remember in the first one if they try to talk to somebody they know that knows them, it comes out all different. I don't remember that from the first one. Does that happen in the first one?
Um, thanks, bro. He says
Appreciate
we're
it.
killing it. Yeah, well, to a degree,
See, I just don't remember the
but
first
it's
one.
just like, yeah, it doesn't really it doesn't really pan out. And it's just like, oh, it's not gonna be gibberish. You're just not. She's not gonna know it's you. Is
Yeah.
like the whole thing was with the Ryan Reynolds one. This they really made it like all you do is speak to gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
You speak gibberish to the person that you love or whatever. And I wasn't buying it. And then also the way that they did the deados when they come out,
Mm-hmm.
that's totally different from the first movie. And
See, I don't.
I didn't care for that. But the special effects on it were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, but that was okay, but that's not how it was in the first movie, and that's not how it is in the comic book.
Yeah.
Because of course this is based on a graphic novel
Yeah.
series. But that being said, I mean, you actually gave the story a good score.
I
And
liked the story.
I agree the story, the background of it
Mm-hmm.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They actually put a little thought into it. But yeah, I
That's
did
it.
not like Jeffrey Donovan in this. Unfortunately, they were like, okay, for this movie, Mr. Donovan, you're going to act like Jeff Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
as best you can.
Mm, yeah.
And I think that's where he messed up.
Yeah.
So
It sounded terrible. I was like, oh man.
yeah, no, it was hard. It was a hard watch. Oh, man, I was like, oh man, is this as bad as Valentine? Because I think Valentine was the worst one you gave me,
Yeah.
and I think this is the worst one I've given you.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think we're
it's like,
even.
I think we're square now.
We're even.
But I was like, yeah, I don't see any reason why. Like I said, I want to review the clunkers as well as the ones that I think we're gonna like.
And that's
If we have
fair.
access to it, let's watch it and let's go. Okay, hey, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought. Like there was, like I said, there was one or two movies that I watched where I was like, okay, I didn't expect anything from that, but that turned out all right. So so yeah, sometimes you could be pleasantly surprised, and other times you could shit the bed. You know,
There's a movie on one of our next show that I'm not a fan of the actor whatsoever. Ended up loving this movie, and I
but
can't
the
wait to tell.
movie is great, right? And I was like, man,
That.
I'm regretting putting that as an alternate.
Yeah, me too.
But part of the reason I put it as an alternate was I know you're not a fan of the actor. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think he's going to give it a good score. And I don't watch it too often. So I left it as my alternates. But yeah,
ended up
I
loving
did our scores on that. And I was like, oh crap, I should have put that in the countdown.
I
I should have
there's a
made that one of
4K
my
of it
picks.
coming out too.
Yeah. I know what movie it is. I don't know if you do. But
I bet he's seen
anyway.
my Letterboxd score.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah, if you yeah, you did put it on Letterboxd. So yeah, he might know what that is.
Yeah.
I
love that movie. I'm gonna add that to my collection.
should. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. He's right.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think the Blu-ray comes out the 20.
Yeah, I mean,
this week.
it's like I have it like right here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, back to RIPD.
Anyway, back to RIPD. Not that we want to get away from it. Let's do the scores that we gave RIPD.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So for cast, you gave it a 4, I gave it a 5. For acting, we were both at a 4. Plot, you went 5, I went 6. For the ending, we were both at a 6. For the story, you went 8, I went 6. For the script, you went 5, I went 4. For the cinematography, you went 5, I went 6. For direction, we were both at a 5. Music, we were both at a 4. And then for the wild card, as a fantasy type movie, you went 4, I went 7. Total scores, you gave it a 50. I gave it a 53 for a total average score of 51.5.
Oof.
Oof is right.
Guys, avoid that one.
This is one, yeah, I mean, if you're desperate or if you're like, hey, I want to give it a look, go ahead, but we are not recommending it.
Yeah, we do not recommend this one at all.
Yeah. I heard it was like there was like a whole big hubbub about this sequel coming out. And it was like, oh, they're doing a sequel to one of Ryan Reynolds' worst movies. And I was like, Green Lantern?
I know.
But so I went to the article. I'm like, oh, RIPD. And I'm like, so what? And he's not even going to be in it. I was like, okay, whatever. And then I saw that it was on Netflix and I'm like, all right, I'm going to check it out. And I figured we'd do it for the show. And yeah, I kind of regret it, but like I said, I don't mind watching a clunker or two just so we can kind of say, you know what? Yeah, you might want to stay away from it. Or, hey, you know what? That wasn't bad. Go ahead and check it out. Like another one I didn't think I was going to like was Day Shift with Jamie Foxx.
I like that one.
And I liked it. I thought it was a fun movie, good vampire stuff, nice cast. It was actually kind of a pleasant surprise. I thought it was going to drag and be a clunker.
Yeah, I did too. But I had fun watching it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it's not going to win any kind of award whatsoever, but it's just an enjoyable, fun hour and a half, 2-hour watch.
Yeah. All right. So let's get in to another movie. And I think I don't want to get it out of the way yet. Let's talk about Troll. So we're staying on Netflix. Also on Netflix is the movie Troll. Now this is a foreign film,
Mm-hmm.
so it's dubbed, which is kind of a drag.
Yeah. I would have
But
read it.
yeah, so I had subtitles on also, and it's still so I could get a little bit of what they were doing. But yeah, you can't change the language. You just get it
Yeah.
dubbed. And that's kind of a bummer. I would have liked it in the foreign
Me
language.
too.
And I think it was Dutch or Norwegian or
Yeah.
something. It was like I know they're in Norway. Um Norway or Finland or something,
Somewhere.
but somewhere Scandinavia up in there. Um but this was fun.
I liked
I
it. I did not
I
expect to like this.
Now this is one I didn't expect to like,
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping for a little bit more Troll Hunter
Mm-hmm.
instead of this, but this is one the special effects are really good.
That took me by surprise. I
I
was
was
like,
really
oh.
impressed with this.
Yeah.
Um and what was that other movie we watched where the special effects were so good? I guess Evan canceled his Netflix account.
I
Um
don't remember.
uh because we talked about it and we said that you said the special effects were on par with Avatar. It was something we
Oh,
watched recently.
yeah. What was it? I don't even remember. I remember talking about it, but I don't remember what it was. Anybody remember?
It was Vesper. I think it was Vesper.
It was Vesper. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've got that on my spreadsheet here. So yeah, the special effects here were like that. It was
Yeah.
really good.
See, I
I
wonder if
mean,
this got a theatrical release in its native country. You know what I mean? I
maybe.
wonder if Netflix just to pick it up. Hey, foreign rights. We'll distribute it or just put it out on our service.
Yeah.
Because
You
it has a very theatrical feel to it.
Yeah.
You look past the terrible dubbing, and this is really good. Even the poster looks good. I like the movie poster for it.
Yeah, I dig the movie poster. Um I don't see anything about any theatrical release. I should check my other website here and see if I
I was
can.
just curious because the money they spent into those special effects, I'm wondering if it didn't. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you guys haven't seen Troll, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, this was an interesting
Uh,
um because you kind of get the gist of what they were saying in Norwegian kind of by how the actors are reacting and stuff, even though and then you got one American in this
mhm.
movie. You
Yeah,
got you got you got Billy Campbell of all
yeah,
people
yeah.
coming up like Indiana Jones in this
Hmm.
movie, like, yeah, we're getting our dig and blah blah blah. And then okay, tell me this though. This movie played out a lot like the 1998 Godzilla with
Yeah,
Matthew Broderick.
yeah, it did.
I mean,
Mhm.
almost scene for scene.
Yeah, yeah. You
You
say
know, because
that.
they go and grab her off of a dig. They bring her over. They
Mhm.
see the footprints. There's like it's building like that, and it reminded me like scene for scene with Godzilla,
Yeah,
and
but this
even
was done.
some of the cinematography, some of the stuff that they filmed reminded me of that
Mhm.
movie. Reminded me of Godzilla, and it was just like,
When they're flying around um, the troll
yeah,
and the helicopters. That was very.
yeah, yeah. When the trolls like going through this treats and stuff like that,
Mhm.
it just was reminiscent of watching Godzilla, the Matthew Broderick one, the one that apparently everybody hated. I didn't mind it,
I didn't like.
but a lot of people didn't like it. But the cinematography, the way that they film it, and a lot of the
Mhm.
scenes, just like it was like they just took Godzilla and put a troll in its place. But I'm here for it. I was down. I liked it. But the special effects were a lot better here.
Oh man,
And
I would like.
the
Do you have
special
a budget
effects
for
were
it?
so good. I mean, if you look at this, poster, this is kind of what you get in the movie. This is how good they did the trolls
Yeah.
in
Do you
this
have a budget
movie.
for this?
No, I don't have a budget and nothing. I can't. It's not telling me anything.
Yeah.
But
Is this the production's high? The subtitle or the dubbing? No. Just
yeah,
look past it if you get a chance to watch it. Just
yeah.
try your best to look.
Yeah, this
There's
is
a
one
great story there.
I would like a physical release of this just so I
Mhm.
can get it in the original language and watch it subtitled.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
But still,
okay too.
Yeah, I'd be down for a 4K this.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure.
The detail in the troll.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
that'd be really good.
Mhm.
All right, so let's go to the scores on this. So for cast, because it's a foreign film, we give it an automatic 4, and then we add the people we know.
Yeah, I forgot
And
all
I
about
think
that.
you and I both pick out Billy Campbell. So we gave the cast a 6.
Yeah.
Acting, we gave a 7. For the plot, you went 8, I went 9. For the ending, you went 7, I went 8. For the story, you went 9, I went 8. For the script, we were both at an 8. For cinematography, you went 8, I went 9. For direction, you went 7, I went 8. For the music, we both were at a 6. And for the wild card, we both went 8.
It's funny how we're just 1 point.
We're just 1 point different here and there, but we're pretty close.
Yeah.
And then basically, this is a fantasy film. This is a fantasy film, monster film. So that's how I viewed it, and that's why I gave it an 8. So for the scores, you gave it a 74. I gave it a 77 for an average score of 75.5.
That's a good score.
That's a solid score.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's better than 90% of the Netflix movies out there.
Oh yeah. I don't watch Netflix all that often. I even dropped my package down and get the 4K Netflix. To me, it's not worth the $20 for the 4K. I just dropped it down to the $9.99 package and watch it in HD because my TV is good enough that it still puts out a good quality picture. And that's how very often I watch Netflix. So to find a gem like Troll, it was nice.
Yeah, really, really good. This was a big surprise for me, and I watched it. I literally watched it last night, and I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah. I'm glad did you pick it?
I don't remember. No, this was your pick.
Oh, I'm glad I picked it.
I'm glad you picked it. I'll take the credit if you want. It'll kind of redeem myself from RIPD.
I made you watch Valentine, so we're even with that.
You did. We're all right. I think we're good. And speaking of gems, also on Netflix, the third movie that we reviewed is The Pale Blue Eye.
This was good.
This was really good. I mean, I was floored. So I'm looking at this movie and I'm thinking, oh, it's another, okay, Christian Bale's in the Civil War and he's doing some kind of stupid shit. And I was like, I do not want to watch this movie. I thought it was going to be some silly war movie where he's in the Civil War. Yeah, I thought it was going to be artsy fartsy. Exactly. I thought it was just going to be, him trying to be artistic and doing that. But no, this turned out to be a really good thriller with a big surprise for me.
Me too.
Where I was like, and a huge twist. I'm not even going to spoil the twist. You guys need to watch this movie. This movie has got one of the better twists I've seen in a long time, especially on Netflix. For this to be a Netflix movie,
I had to rewind that whole scene. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. So Harrison, okay, so I think you're talking about Troll, but if you're talking about Pale Blue Eye, either way, good movies.
Pale Blue Eye is better.
This was my kind of movie. Oh yeah. bro. I mean,
Hmm.
this was great. This was a really awesome movie. Kristen Bell was my favorite actor, and I love the look of it. See, that's the thing. I didn't like the look of it. I was expecting something totally different,
Do you like
like
the
some
cinematography, or
yeah.
what do you mean you didn't like the look of it?
I like I said, it looked like it was going to be some kind of Civil War movie
Oh,
or
okay.
some kind of 1800s London
Hmm.
BS crap, and I wasn't here for it.
Yeah,
And then I watched the trailer. Pale Blue Eye looks good
it
too.
is
Yeah,
good. Person.
it is. It's really good. I think this was my favorite of the movies we watched
Yeah,
this week. I think this was my favorite one. Um, this turned out to be a really good thriller, a great mystery, some interesting twists and turns.
hmm.
You get a character, and I'm oh, what is his name?
Can we
I gotta
spoil
remember.
who that character is? Because I think
I
it's
think
the
we should because it's in the description.
description. Yeah,
But I think he stole the show. I really like what he did.
I didn't like him at first. I didn't like the way
I
he was
wasn't a
portrayed.
fan at first, but yeah, as Henry Melling is his name.
Hmm.
So for those of you that are not Harry Potter fans, Henry Melling plays Dudley Dursley, who's the stepbrother of Harry Potter in the Harry Potter franchise. Okay. He was also in Queen's Gambit with Anya Taylor-Joy. And now in this movie, he plays a very young Edgar Allan Poe. And I used to buy everything that had Poe in it because I'm a huge Edgar Allan Poe fan and I'm just waiting for a good movie to come about with him in it. And I did like The Raven. I know you're not a John Cusack fan, but I like The Raven. This was good.
This was.
This is
It was
probably my
good.
favorite Poe like movie.
Yeah, I'm hoping this gets a release too, a physical release.
Yeah. I kept Netflix for this movie. It was going to cancel earlier, but kept for Pale Blue Eye. It's worth the wait, bro. It
Mhm.
is. I'm glad you kept it. I think you could probably I mean, I was like the last couple of movies that I've seen, RIPD 2 aside, just like that trash. But Troll
Mhm.
and then this one, Glass Onion.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Glass Onion. Yeah,
I I have been I have been
they cost
really
ten
pleased.
bucks with
Yeah,
those three movies.
yeah. I have been really I mean, yeah, they put out probably, 9 stinkers for every one really good one. But I've had a couple I mean, in the last year, I've had probably half a dozen really good movies that I liked.
Yeah, they just. I mean, they've even got an Oscar under their belt with Roma. Is it Roma? Um, I haven't
Oh,
watched. I still need to watch it.
are you're kind of hesitant on it, right? Are you
No, I don't watch a whole lot of TV shows. I want
Oh,
to.
right.
I love what's her face. What's her name?
um Ortega, Jamie Ortega.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love her. So everything
Yeah.
I've seen her in, I've enjoyed.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'll get to it
I really like Wednesday. Yeah, I've already been through the series like 3 or 4 times.
already.
Already canceled my friend. Will get it again when Stranger Things season 5. All right.
See,
Going
I
night.
held on Stranger Things. I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I tried. I mean, I liked the first couple seasons. I might get back to it. I don't know.
How much kisses?
But
How's the fire doing? Oh, check it real quick before you go downstairs. You want to make a baby? Don't come,
did you give a
Grandpa.
shit about taking a picture of you?
Oh no, I'll get my revenge later.
If you guys didn't know, over on his daughter took a picture of David sleeping in a chair. Hi, daughter. You can't see my
Saying
nose.
hi?
Hi. Hi. I like your
Oh, you.
jammies. Oh, she can't even hear me.
Oh my goodness. She likes my Funko.
Which one is it?
It's one of the twins from The Shining,
Oh,
but she just thinks it's a little doll.
little
Give
does
her
she know.
kisses. Kisses. No.
Anyway,
Oh, Blue Earth. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I think with the pale blue eye, I mean it's a slow burn
it very much is.
because it's over 2 hours long, and I think it could have been less. I think he could have dropped it to like an hour 40, hour
Mm-hmm.
45, and
They could
it
shave
would
20, 25 minutes.
yeah, I think it would have made the pace a lot better. So I had some pace issues with it, but it still kept me interested.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, that ending, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Rewind a little bit again.
Yeah. All darn when Stranger Things 5 comes out, watch Wednesday season 1, and I think 2 will be out at that point. It's super good, even better than Stranger Things for me. Shining twids are what hunts me in my nightmares. That's right. Play with us, Danny. Um, but yeah, and I think she took it with she took it. I'm gonna have to get that back at some point. Um, but I think that's my only takeaway from this.
Mm-hmm.
My only negative. Thank you. Got her back. My only takeaway from this is that it's slow,
Mm-hmm.
but it's deliberate. It's very meticulous. You pay attention, you'll kind of follow along with what's going on. But then, the twist is my favorite. It's just
And it
just
looks
slaps you
beautiful
in the
too.
face, and you go, "Oh crap!"
I like the backdrop of the whole movie. I thought it
Yeah,
looked really, really good.
yeah. And it does take place in the 1800s. I mean,
Right?
the, the
It's
costumes are right,
sometimes
and
hard for me to get into in
yeah,
those
me too.
time period movies.
Yeah. Sometimes those period pieces, I'm just kind of like, because those are the ones they're trying to be too artsy fartsy, or it's
Mm-hmm.
trying to be,
Yeah.
um,
Unless it's Jack the Ripper on in, but
right. Pale Blue Eye Slowness was had me, loved it.
mm-hmm.
Didn't need me to rush with the information. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Um, I I
Mm-hmm.
agree, Evan. Like I said, that's my only negative to it, but it's not enough to really say, "Hey, stay away from it." I
This is
still
highly
think it's
recommended.
absolutely worth watch. I
Yeah.
just would have liked it just a little bit more if it was
Great.
about 20 minutes shorter.
I think everybody thinks all movies have to be 2 hours, 2 hours and 25. No, they don't.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. You can get just as much across,
Yeah.
like with Sick. Sick was under an hour and a
Oh,
half, and we liked it
I
because
really
that's
like.
like I want those to get right to the point.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, this one could drag a little bit
Yeah.
because it's a mystery. It's a whodunit. You're trying to figure out who the killer is, and you're getting all this input, and then you start putting things together. But yeah, like I said, I think they could have shaved like 15, 20 minutes off
Mm-hmm.
without getting rid of any of the scenes. Really, with any of they wouldn't get rid of any important scenes, just the filler crap, like of them in the bar doing stuff and things
Yeah.
like that. I think they could have gotten rid of some of that and shaved time, and it would have been that much better. But still, it was awesome. It's probably going to make my top 20 of this year. I think.
Mm, so I can see it
Depends
making
on
my
how much
list.
comes out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
right now it's number 3 for the year, but nothing really new has come out yet.
I like the supporting cast in this movie. It had a great supporting
Had a
cast. They
had
were
a
all
great
good.
cast. I was like, is that Robert Duvall?
Mm-hmm. Gillian
Robert
Anderson.
Duvall's in this. Yeah, there were cast members that I was like, wow, I didn't expect to see that person. Some of the things I was like, okay, Toby Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Timothy Spall, sure. That didn't surprise me. Robert Duvall surprised me. Gillian Anderson surprised me.
Yeah. Yeah. When I
So
sat at that table and I was like, is that Scully?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But but yeah, solid. Let's go to the scores. Let's see what we gave this.
Let's do it.
So for cast, you went 8, I went 10. For acting, you went 10, I went 9. For the plot, you went 8, I went 7. For the ending, we were both at a 10. For the story, you went 9, I went 10. For the script, we were both at a 9. For the cinematography, you went 10, I went 8. For the direction, we were both at an 8. For music, you went 5, I went 6. And for the wild card, as a thriller, you went 7, I went 8. Total scores, you gave it an 84, and I gave it an 85. So total average score, 84.5.
That's a good score. Again, recommend it. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to look up Duval. Thought he was retired. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Del?
What's up, Del? How you doing, man?
Jumping in.
I'm missing
So yeah.
a movie on my list.
Huh?
I think I'm missing a movie on my list. Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. That was my bad.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. And I have been trying to avoid watching this movie. I really have. But we put it on our list. So I broke down and I watched it, and that is Clerks 3.
Yeah. I love this movie. This movie touches me. It just does. This movie made me laugh. It made me cry, and made David evidently throw up.
In my mouth a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I am this is we're total polar opposites here, and this is kind of a rare thing. There's very few movies to where I love and he doesn't, and he hates, or he loves and I hate. So it's interesting to talk about these. I am not a fan of the Clerks franchise. I am not a fan of Kevin Smith. I do. There's only one movie I like that Kevin Smith did, and that was Red State.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I love that one, but I cannot watch these movies really chafe my shorts. It's just it's not my kind of humor. I can't stand the acting of these, and I'm going to tell you, this movie really hurt me it touched me in the wrong way all the way up until the end, and I loved the end.
You did?
Yes.
See, that's what
I mean,
there's two
I
spots.
had to stop this movie halfway through so I could walk away because
You
I
did
was
send me
so
that
frustrated.
message.
I said I need a break from this movie, bro.
You did
So
text
I
me and said,
I checked on the fire. I walked around the block. I, did some jumping jacks and some push-ups, and I came back and I finished the movie. And I mean, literally, it was like, I was like all the way through. And then at the end, I was like, damn it, the end was good. I, I will not watch this movie again.
Right.
I will not, because it is not worth getting to it.
I totally get it.
To get to the thing.
You don't have a connection to these characters. You have none. Okay.
No, I don't feel for the characters.
Yeah. And I get that, and that's why,
like I said, until the end. And then I actually felt for the characters. It was the end that did it.
I think
the
first
Alan's
time it
still
brought
on?
me to tears was there's a scene where
The
somebody's
opening
visiting.
credits, because that's what brought me to tears.
No,
go ahead.
With the graveyard scene, that really, Dante, I felt Dante right there.
Really, because I felt Rosario Dawson. At least I wanted to. But
we all want to feel Rosario Dawson.
We all want to feel Dawson. But I
came across
at that scene, I gave a point to the acting.
I thought Dante
for that scene.
No, I thought you were gonna say something.
Well, I did like Dogma.
I did like Dogma.
I did like Dogma.
I love Clerks too.
I do not.
Yeah, see,
I couldn't finish. I had to finish it because the first time I watched it, I shut it off. I was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
The donkey scene ruined me. I was out.
Really? Really,
Yeah.
Incision?
Yeah. I it was like, I can't look away. I can. I'm shutting this thing off. Um, there's a line. There's a line. My line's in a terrible spot. I'm telling you, but that line can't be crossed. Um,
I mean,
animals
there's some
cross that
parts.
line. I told you I don't like animals to talk. Apparently, I don't like animals to do anything. Other things cannot be done to animals either. But
Uh,
um,
what else did you like about? I mean, besides the, is there anything that you liked?
I like the music. I like the
Oh, music.
soundtrack. The music was fantastic all the way through.
Hmm.
Some of it didn't really match the movie, but it
Hmm.
made sense. But yeah, I do not like the Jay and Silent Bob. I don't like Jason Mewes.
Yeah,
I didn't like the characters for Dante and the other butthead. I especially do not like Elias. I did not like him at all.
I like him
Um,
better in Clerks 2 than I do in
I don't
Clerks 3.
even remember him in Clerks 2, but I try to block that traumatic
Yeah.
experience out of my mind. But I mean, I went back and I watched it again when you recommended it as one of your top 5.
Oh, that was.
So that was a long time ago. I mean, that was when we first met, really, when we
Hmm.
first really got to know each other. And I was like, okay, I need to give him the benefit of the doubt. I need to watch this movie because I was like refusing. I was like, no way, I'm seeing this movie again. But I did it again. I scored it, and I mean, it got a pretty decent score. But yeah, I still didn't care for it. Um, all right, Alan, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you,
us.
man. Thanks for joining us.
Um, but anyway,
Where
I got
Clerks
through it.
begin in the very first Clerks, um, you you see the age. You That's what hits for me. I feel because I saw Clerks in the '90s. I
Yeah,
was late teens. Yeah, and then you got that. Then you got the mid your 30s in Clerks 2. Okay, and then
yeah,
now I'm in my 40s, fat, out of shape. That could be me having fucking spoiler. I don't, heart attack. Okay, I just that connection. And I said, oh fuck. I don't know. This movie just hit me really good. That's why I love it.
yeah. And that's totally fine. Yeah, I wasn't invested in the characters from the
Hmm.
start. If I was, and I mean, and I think the biggest problem for me was the first one was black and white, and I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
it's just I'm not a fan of black and white movies, and it's really funny because I'm a cinephile. I love movies, but I have a kryptonite to black and white. It's just I don't know what it is. I can see in color. I don't want to see things in black and white that just not doesn't appeal to me. I don't like silent films. I don't like any of that stuff. And Harrison's gonna like yell at me,
Yep.
but it's if you're talking to because he asked me about old movies that I liked, and I'm like, dude, if it's not in color, there's very few movies that I like. If it's in black and white,
Yeah.
I'm I am really not a fan. Um I broke down and bought this.
Did you buy it just to have it in your collection? That is a nice slip. I'll give it that. That is a great
It's
one.
it's a nice slip. Well, I bought it to have it in my collection because
Will
it's
you
a classic
watch it?
movie. But I want to watch the 4K. And I told you that my goal this year is I'm going to watch all
Hmm.
my 4Ks.
Yeah.
Um and I'm going to score them. But yeah, I mean, this is one I was like I'm going to watch this 4K and I'm going to score it. See? Harrison's still here.
I don't mind
He's
black and
like
white.
unfollow 4K lowdown, you newbie.
See,
Like,
that's what I think.
yeah, he
Psycho
likes
is
Casablanca.
perfect in
Yeah,
black and white.
but I'm just like I'm interested because where is it? Because I recently bought Raging Bull
Hmm.
from Criterion on 4K, right? And this is black and white.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved this in black and white.
I think you should see Come On, Come On. That's in
I,
black and white.
I may try it. You've got the digital copy, right?
Yeah,
Got it on
it's on
Voodoo?
my, yeah.
Okay. So I have a way that I might be able to watch it if I don't have to pay for it. So if that's the
Let me
case, I
double
will
check
check it. I will check it out.
because
But
Joaquin Phoenix is fantastic in that movie. Well, let me see. I'm pretty sure I
black
have it digitally.
and white. Yeah, yeah, Evan, that's what I noticed. I noticed that black and white movies play really well on 4K.
Except Van Helsing. That shit sucked.
Well, I don't think that's legit 4K though. I mean, I'm legit black and white.
Yeah,
There's
no,
something about
yeah.
that's weird. It's very weird black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but and I still have yet to try the Thor: Love and Thunder because I pre-ordered that steelbook like way back, and so
Mm-hmm.
I still have it. But I want to check out the black and white part with Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. That just kind of caught me off guard. Um, but yeah, I've heard and I've seen with Raging Bull and a couple others. I can't bring myself to get Night of the Living Dead. I
I want to get
I
that. I have the Criterion, but I
I,
want to get
I
it in 4K.
absolutely I absolutely hate that movie. So I don't want it. But and it's funny because I love zombie anything zombie. I love it
Mm-hmm.
except for that one movie. I have like some real clunker zombie movies that you're like, really? You have that one and you don't want Night of the Living Dead? No.
Right.
So all right. So
Let's,
let's get back to Clerks 3 because
I
that's what we
love
were
it.
talking.
He hates it. So let's just
I
score
That's the thing. I didn't hate it.
it.
I was like, I hated it. I hated the first half. The first half really hurt me to watch. Second half started to improve a little bit. That's right about the cemetery scene
Mm-hmm.
was when the character who plays Dante, his acting started to
Brian
get better.
O'Connor.
Yeah, I have no
They're
idea
both
who these
rough
people are.
actors. They're not actors. I mean,
They're not actors.
uh,
That's not.
they're his friends. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm anxious to watch the Casablanca, and I'll let you know what I thought, Harrison. But the but like I said, the the acting from
I will give it to you. The acting in the first half of the first 20, 25 minutes is rough.
okay, I'm going like 45, 50 minutes. But
I think once Dante has a heart attack and you get past Elias in the hospital waiting room doing that spiel on the floor and Randall or Dante's like, or yeah,
not Randall was the one that had a heart attack.
Yeah, Randall has a heart attack, and Dante's looking at him like he's an idiot. Yeah, that I see. I can look past it. I agree with you. That's not good acting.
Yeah,
but once you get past that,
yeah,
and when you have the doctor working on Randall, I thought that was funny.
I thought that was moronic. I was like,
I thought that was funny.
That's the doctor. I mean, it didn't make any sense.
And there's the Mandalorian, and I thought that was funny.
And the whole thing, like 80% of the people die from this, but you're gonna be awake the whole time and be able to talk. And then I'm not spoiling.
Well, that's what happened to Kevin Smith.
Okay,
that's when he had his heart attack. He was awake he took that right from his heart attack because he had a widowmaker, and they thought they were going to put him under. No, he was up, awake, talking. Through the whole time. I mean, he tells that story a lot. So he directly pulled that from his experience.
Okay, well, cool, but I'm pretty sure he meant Clerks 3. I can't bring myself to watch Clerks 3. Kevin Smith's last few movies just made me sad. I loved him so much, still do, but just his decision. I understand that.
Reboot.
I didn't. Well, I didn't
the Comic-Con scene when you see Ben Affleck with the Chasing Amy crew. I love that scene. That's my favorite part of the whole movie, and it's like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
But
and
not
I gotta
based
say,
on.
oh my God, the cameos in Clerks 3
Mm-hmm.
for the auditions. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the hell? You got the impractical jokers doing stuff, and I hate that show.
You hate Impractical Jokers?
I hate
Okay, I'm
impractical jokers.
goodbye. No. See,
And we're saying goodbye to tournaments. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Um, oh God, I hate that. I hate that show. I absolutely hate that show. I
but you'll
don't.
buy Zoolander or Mystery Man, whatever.
Mr. Man's great. I
He's
expect them
big.
to be stupid. I don't, you know,
No. There's a lot of
I don't
cameos.
find that's not my humor. It's not my humor. And the thing about Clerks 3, that's not my humor. And
No, it's not.
all that weed smoking and stuff, I'm just not here
Yeah,
for it.
yeah,
And I told you, the whole
yeah. You don't
glorified
like. Yeah,
stuff bugs me.
yeah.
I know weed's legal just about everywhere now, but I still don't like it.
Right.
Hey,
What's up,
what's
Huck?
up, Huck? A huckster's in the house. What you gonna do?
Mystery Man is great, Huck. I love you to death, but I am gonna have to
But
disagree
he's
with you.
gonna have to disagree. He's gonna be like,
Mhm.
hey, hey now, no mystery men slander will be tolerated.
Shit.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Dell.
sorry, Dale. I'm sorry. I
You're
do
getting
not like
ganged
the
up right now,
killer.
brother.
I don't.
Um, but anyway,
Yeah, we got to score this.
we got to score this. So let's talk about the scores. I think you might be surprised.
I might.
Well, not too surprised, but you'll be a little surprised with my scores. So okay, so let's go to the scores. So for cast, you went 10,
Mm-hmm.
I went 8. I just couldn't give full points to all those cameos. There's a bunch of cameos, but I
Oh,
just
I just went by
gave,
the main cast. I knew
yeah.
the name.
I mean, you know the main cast. I don't.
Yeah.
So I gave 2 extra points for the cameos. Otherwise, it would have been a 6. So you went 10, I went 8. For acting, you went 7, I went 6. For the plot, you went 6, I went 5. For the ending, we were both at a 10. For the story, you went 10, I went 8. For the script, you went 9, I went 7. For the cinematography, you were both at a 5. For the direction, you went 9, I went 7. For the music, you went 10, I went 10. And for the wild card as a comedy, you went 7, I went 5. Total scores, you gave it an 83, and I gave it a 71
Oof.
for an average score of 77.
Still not bad. I mean,
Not bad.
no. I totally get why you don't like this movie. You know. Yeah. It's okay though, man. All film's subjective.
Actually, it took me a while to warm up to it. Well, I love the hockey in Mystery Man. Oh wait, that's Mystery Alaska. Right.
Yeah.
That's a different mystery.
I love Clerks 3. I had to buy it twice. I have the 4K
Yeah.
Steelbook and
I'm
the Blu-ray set.
I'm glad I got it under my yeah, I got it
Mm-hmm. We got it out
off
of the
my
way.
I got it out of the way. I got it off
Yeah.
my list. I liked it better than I thought I would, but I hated the whole first half of the movie.
Yeah. I really didn't think you would
But
give it a score from that message you sent me. Yeah, I
well, like I
really
said,
didn't.
at that point, it probably would have got like a 40.
That's
But then things started to improve. The
mm,
cemetery scene was good. There was a couple scenes at the end there that were good, and then the ending was amazing. And I was
mhm.
a little taken back when they were like, okay, they're kind of reliving the first 2 Clerks,
I dug that. I
and
liked that.
I would have dug that if I liked the first 2, but I gave that
Right.
its necessary props. I like that as part of the story. So that's why I gave the story an 8, because I was like, okay, I think that's good for the story. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a fan of the first 2 movies, but I like that they reminisced a little bit and you got some of the old characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then I thought the ending was great. I loved the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it ended the way I don't know if it ended the way you wanted it to.
No,
I
I didn't.
I wouldn't have expected that.
No, I was.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was touching. It was heartfelt.
Hmm.
It made sense,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of, and then you get the at the end, and it's kind of hard at the end,
Hmm.
but at that point, I was still feeling it, and you kind of get that, you get that last scene
With
in
Randall.
the convenience store
Yeah.
with Randall and Dante, and I'm like, okay, okay, I'm satisfied.
Yeah. I
But
remember
yeah,
I avoided all spoilers for this
yeah,
when I watched it. Day
yeah.
one, it came out on digital. I was there. Um, then I was just like, I can't believe I'm laughing, I'm crying. And then when it ended, I was like, what the fuck? No. I mean, I
I know
love
you
the
were you
ending.
were talking to me about it after you watched it, like, dude, I was bawling.
Yeah, I was, these
I
two
was bawling
characters.
at the end of this movie, and I was like, and I totally get that because of your connection to the
Hmm.
characters
Yeah.
and how long this franchise is drawn out. I could see that. I mean, if you take, all my favorite characters from Walking Dead and kill them off. Oh wait, they did that. I would be upset.
Yeah.
Um, and thanks, Huck. I had a lot of fun on your Harrison Ford show.
Awesome.
I
I
was
need to check.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We did he did a tournament for the best Harrison Ford movies. I'm not surprised at who won, but I am surprised at who was in the finals with it. I thought that was really cool, and that was a really tough choice. But ultimately, you got to go with the one that you'd put in your player and watch right now, and that's what I did. So yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
All right, we got one more movie to take a look at, and this is a theatrical release. So you guys, this is in the theater right now, and we're gonna again give it the lowdown treatment,
Hmm.
talk about what we liked and what we didn't like, no spoilers, and and then see if we'll recommend it for theater watch, or if we think you could probably wait and watch it on streaming or watch it on physical when it comes out. Uh, no.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's with Anne Hetch, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
may she
oh,
rest, but
fuck. I own that on DVD,
I do too.
and I'm gonna have to watch that. Oh man, thanks, Dell. I forgot I had that on DVD.
Uh, I would say no. Force 10 from Navarone won. No, but that was one I was really surprised was in the countdown in the tournament was Force 10 from Navarone. That's like one of my favorite Harrison Ford movies, and it's pretty old. So um it unfortunately didn't move on, and I think it didn't move on because a lot of people hadn't seen it.
I've never seen
See? My point exactly. The defense rests.
it.
Um okay. So the last movie in our countdown, and like I said, this is in the theaters right now, is Megan.
I had fun with this movie. This movie,
So okay, so what did you think when you saw the trailer for the first time?
I instantly thought Chucky. I thought, oh, man, we're getting another Chucky
I mean,
knockoff. Um,
I absolutely hate Chucky. I am
yeah,
not
I
a
know you
child.
do.
Um, yeah, I'm glad you had that on the grid. But
And I don't mind Chucky, but how many times are we
yeah,
going to see a killer
I,
doll? You know what I
yeah,
mean? How many times can they just keep doing different versions of it and it'd be entertaining? Well, I was proved wrong. This movie was very entertaining, and I had a
yeah.
blast watching it in a theater with
Oh yeah.
a lively crowd too. The people watching it in the theater with me
Hmm.
really dug it, and they were vocal about it, which was it made the better experience too.
Yeah. Evan doesn't like Child's Play either. I am not and it's not. I'm not afraid of the Chucky doll, and I think that's the biggest thing. I am not afraid of that doll, so that those movies don't. Those movies just
I
bother me. It
think
just I
comedies
don't.
too.
Yeah, they're comedies. Yeah, I would put them like with Leprechaun and all that.
Oh, Leprechaun's terrible. I don't like.
That's I mean, I can't I get that they did like a whole bunch of them and now they got the series. I won't even watch the series.
I dug the series. I really
I don't
like.
own I don't own any of the Child's Play movies. And I mean, considering I'm a huge horror fan, but yeah, I like Dead Silence. I like the Puppet Master movies,
See, those are terrible.
and they're awful, but I love them.
I can't.
Man, I dig them. I like those old what do they call them? They're Dark Moon Productions or Full
Yeah.
Moon Productions or something
Or
like
Castle
that.
Rock or something like that.
Castle Rock, yeah, they did all those real shitty
Mhm.
horror movies that you're just like, oh my goodness.
From the
Uh,
90s.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Child's Play movies, goofy fun,
Yeah.
way better than Leprechaun. I dig Leprechaun. I think the Leprechaun movies are super gory, and that's what I like about them.
Yeah,
But
you're
yeah,
weird.
I know I'm weird. We already established that.
Yeah.
No, we already got that. We know I'm a sick bastard. That's fine. Um, okay, so Megan, when I first watched the trailer for this, I was like, I was genuinely creeped out, and I'm usually not with a killer doll movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of tea,
Is
Gold
that what
Peak.
you're drinking?
That's what I'm drinking. My cup of tea is actually a half-gallon jar jug, but um,
See, the trailer
but
didn't creep me out. It was when you actually saw the movie and saw how she was. That's what gave me the creeps.
okay. Um, so yeah, and I think that this movie creeped me out too. This plays more, and even though it's not paranormal, it plays more like a supernatural thriller or a paranormal movie than it does any type of slasher or anything like
It's not
that.
a horror movie, in my
It's not
opinion.
a horror movie. It's not
I think it's
meant.
more of a thriller.
It's more of a thriller, and
Mhm.
it's more of a just and more. It's more to creep you out, and and it was really funny because I had the exact opposite experience in the theater because there was nobody in the theater. It was just myself and my wife.
Oh wow! Did she like it?
She liked it.
Oh, good.
She was like, I don't ever want to watch that again because she doesn't like creepy movies. She's like, she leaned over to me and she goes, my heart is racing right now. I hope he doesn't die. it's, it's what she said. And I started laughing. I says, oh, you know he gonna die.
I'm interested in seeing the director's cut when it hits physical media.
Yeah. Damn, these notifications aren't coming through. YouTube and Facebook are shitting the bed. Mike, bro,
Hey, what's up, Michael?
long enough. We're almost done. Um, so yeah, you got to, you know, I think you're still in California. Are you still on the West Coast? If you are, Mondays at 7 o'clock. That's when we go.
Hmm.
But yeah, the notification sometimes just does not work.
Yeah.
Until like way after we're live, and then like, oh, guess what? They're live. Um, but anyway,
There's no gore in this whatsoever.
no, it's PG-13.
Hmm.
There's no gore. Um, you got one little thing that I was like, okay, and then
Yeah.
you're like, and then it's gone, and you're going, well, okay, crap. But otherwise, it's like it's one
And
of
I'm
those
not a
things
gore
where you're like,
person.
something goes to happen, and then they kind of move the camera off, and you see the shadow or you see the blood splatter,
Mhm.
crap like that. Thanks, bro. Put it on your calendar. All right, so Mike, in case you missed it, we're talking about M3gan right now. Our first movies that we talked about earlier were RIPD 2, which we basically want to rest in peace.
We don't
Um,
recommend.
we don't recommend it. Troll was
We
good.
recommend.
The Pale Blue Eye was really good.
We recommend that one.
And Clerks 3, he loved, I didn't. So we're kind of
It's a mixed bag.
it's a mixed bag on that one. I think if you're a fan of the franchise, you'll like it.
Hmm.
But then I gotta take that back because Adam's a fan of the franchise, but he
Hmm.
didn't like it. So our bearded Four Eyesman and one of
Yeah,
our
he didn't
fellow
like.
friends, um, yeah, was supposed to be rated R, and you can tell that they forced a 13 on it. They
And I
really,
think it doesn't hurt the movie. I don't
I don't
think.
think it hurts the movie.
Mm-mm.
There's one though that I watched recently that the making it PG-13 really hurt it, and I can't remember it, but it's a horror movie that I watched recently.
I don't.
I am trying to remember which one it is. Pray for the Devil, I think.
Oh yeah, that shit was terrible. Whether it was rated R or not, there ain't no saving that movie.
Yeah, but no, they made it PG-13 and they forced it. I mean, they really took a crap on it. Okay. Clerks 3 was a masterpiece. All right, well, you're bound to get, even a broken watch is right twice a day.
I love it, Michael.
If you're nerd about the franchise, you know all the references. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not a fan of the franchise, so yeah, I
to the Dante and Randall. So
yeah.
I get.
I didn't have a connection. Yeah, I didn't have a connection to them or the store or to Jay and Silent Bob. I don't care about any of those guys. Except Rosario Dawson when I saw her. That's the only one I cared
about. Rosario Dawson when we see her.
Yeah, Turner Fan got me to step up my Kevin Smith collection. I did 3, but I haven't seen it yet. All right. RIPD wasn't very good, but I really enjoyed Troll. That's exactly what we said.
Yep.
I think our exact words were RIPD 2 is a piece of shit, but Troll was really good.
Yeah, I dug Troll. Would be better in its native language, I think.
I think so, or at least give the choice. Because sometimes I prefer to watch it dubbed first and then I'll watch it subtitled. But I would have liked that subtitle option. I think this would have been a lot better in subtitled form in the original tongue, in the native tongue. That's what I want. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about M3gan, and then we'll go to the scores. Check out our review of it. Feel like we're equal parts fair and fanboys. All right.
Yeah.
And I thought I actually gave it a decent score for
decent score. Yeah.
For not being I try to be as objective as I can, regardless of whether I liked it or not. Yeah. And I didn't like it, but I still gave it a 71. And I think that's a pretty decent score.
I'm happy with the score you gave me.
Thanks, bro. I mean, I know there's some movies that I've given you that you're like, oh man, no. But you're objective. You go, okay, I can see how this is a good thing, even though I didn't like it. And that's what we try to do.
Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, M4 Movies is in the house. RIPD does have a DVD release.
Oh, damn.
Does it?
Well, boy, here, man. Tell me you didn't buy it though, did you, man?
Did it get a DVD? Is it getting a DVD release?
I think it is. I think I've seen it somewhere. It's been a while since I've talked to M for movies.
Oh, it does. It does say DVD release date November 15th, but I thought that was the streaming release date.
Maybe they did day and date. Either way,
maybe they did both. Maybe they did it both at the same time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
back
to 71 is more than fair. If you have zero ties to any of it, we can still be friends, Dave. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. You threw me over the top rope in that battle royal. I'm still mad at you about that. He's like, sorry, Dave, you got to go. And that was the end of my wrestling career. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked M3gan. It wasn't great. It wasn't a fantastic movie by any means.
I had fun watching it at the theater.
But it was fun. It was something. Okay, let me ask you this. You and I both saw it in the theater. Would you buy it on physical media when it comes out?
Not at $20.
No.
If it drops down to say 15, 10, like on Amazon sale or something, I will pick it up. But over $15, I won't pay.
Yeah. Would you get 4K or would you just go Blu-ray?
I think I'd go Blu-ray. I don't need it in 4K.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I mean, I'm still kind of a prude about it, so I'll probably get it when it first comes out, but I won't pay more than 20 for it. I don't think. But yeah, I think 15, I think it's worth 15, 12. I think it's worth that.
Under 15.
If you can get it for under 15 or under 10 even, I think it's probably worth a buy.
I can see when it comes out on physical, 2 months afterwards, it's going to be probably $15.
It'll probably be $15. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Got
I'm not worried about a steelbook. I'm not worried about 4K for this. I'd get the Blu-ray. This is something I would watch again. Because it's a fun watch. I think I would get, something that, teenagers could watch, younger kids.
Yeah.
It's
My
nice
daughter
and creepy.
saw it in the theaters, and she
Yeah.
said it was okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not, like I said, it's nothing to write home about. I don't think it's worth paying full price to see it in the theater.
Yeah. You know what sucks?
I think
I drove to a town over to go see it in theater because my daughter didn't have it. Theater didn't have it
Oh.
opening weekend. And then the next damn weekend she got it. So I was like, man, could have saved me $10.
I know you could have waited a week and you would have been okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I on the theater that are, well, I say close by, but it's an hour away. It's like 3 towns over for me. But the theater that's I'm closest to, they have a thing where they do $5 movies every Tuesday, all day long. So I got to see Avatar, Wakanda Forever, and I saw M3gan on the Tuesday night. I think it's worth a $5 watch.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's
All right.
It's a $10, $15 Blu-ray.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our scores. So not many people we recognize. So for the cast, you gave it a 3. I gave it a 4. For the acting, we were both at a 7. For the plot, we were both at a 9. For the ending, you went 10. I went 9. For the story, you went 9. I went 8. For the script, we were both at an 8. Cinematography, you went 8. I went 7. For direction, we were both at a 7. For the music, you went 6. I went 8. And for the wild card as a thriller, you went 8. I went 7. Because I don't want to classify it as a horror movie.
No way.
So for scores, you gave it a 75. I gave it a 74. So our average score is 74.5.
And that's another good score.
It's a decent score.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think it's worth going and paying full price in the theater. If you get a nice cheap day, sure, matinee price or whatever, or you've got one of those unlimited passes where you can see as many movies as you want, or you have a daughter working in the theater and you can go watch anything you want. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, when it comes out, let's see, let's see if
a month or so.
I mean, it's probably going to come up pretty soon.
Yeah, should be digital anytime now.
Okay, so it's just slated for March, but I don't have the exact date. So it says sometime in March of this year. I wonder if it's going to come out on streaming. So, well, now it says April. Okay, so I found another site. The DVD release date is actually set for April 24th.
Oh, wow. That seems like a long ways away.
So maybe
March for digital.
Maybe March for digital. Yeah. So I think it'll be March for digital and then April for the physical release. So I don't know. Maybe when it comes out, we revisit this again, watch it again, see if it plays any better on the small screen. I don't know. Maybe we come back and do another score on it.
Well, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
To see if anything's different.
Yeah. Out of all the movies we watched this week for By the Numbers, what's the one you recommend?
Pale Blue Eye.
Me too. Pale Blue Eye. That movie's fantastic.
That was my favorite movie of what we watched. Absolutely. Yeah. And that was one that I would not have touched had we not done the show. Yeah. I wouldn't have even looked at it.
Yeah. I liked it. Great, like you said, great twist.
Great twist. Good story.
Great
acting. Really good. The cast is better than I thought.
Yeah, the supporting cast does a fantastic job.
Yeah, support you. And I gotta hand it to Henry Melling, who plays Edgar Allan Poe in this. I think he was fantastic. He started out a little tough,
Annoying.
but as he went on in the movie, he got better and better
I
to the
agree.
point where I really felt his pain in the movie. So I was really proud of Henry Melling and what he did. Dell, I hope you get a chance to see
Yeah,
it.
dude, it's good.
I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a slow burn. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes or 2 hours and 12 minutes, something like that. And that's my only negative on it. I think it could have been shorter, but it still played really well. It's a really good thriller, a really good mystery, and it's a period piece. It's set in the 1830s. So if you like period pieces, I think you'll really like this. If you're not into period pieces, I know I'm not, and I know Rich isn't either, but we both liked it. It didn't take away from the movie because of the period that they're in. So
I don't think if you would have casted somebody, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if Christian Bale wasn't in it, because he does a fantastic job.
oh yeah, he was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, and I can't name another person who could play Edgar Allan Poe like Henry Melling did. Henry Melling did. I think he did a fantastic job, and he looks the part too. He looked like Edgar Allan.
Yeah.
That was really
It's
impressive.
Great casting all the way around.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good job. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites that I've seen on Netflix.
Yeah. Great movie.
Because yeah, the only thing for me that got a higher score than this on Netflix is Glass Onion.
Well, Glass Onion is fantastic.
Glass Onion was great.
Man, I can't wait for that to come out physical.
Yeah. I think you'll enjoy this, Dale. Like I told Rich earlier, I am a whore for Edgar Allan Poe. I grabbed some really crappy movies from Edgar Allan Poe, thinking that I was hoping that they were going to be good, and then I got The Raven, which I really liked, and that's John Cusack. And he's shaking his head, biting his lip. I understand. Evan didn't like Glass Onion. That's okay. If like I said, I still like you, bro. I'm not mad at you. I loved it.
All film is subjective. I mean,
yeah, I had a great time with it, but it's okay that you don't like something that we like.
What you might love, I might hate, and what I love or what you hate. You know what I'm trying to fucking say.
You know me. Scratch that, reverse it, and it's that. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the important thing is that we can talk about it openly with each other and go, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. And there are times where you and I have changed our scores because of what the other person said about a movie.
We have.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that it was like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give it one more point.
Yeah.
I think Netflix bought Pale Blue Eye. That's why it didn't feel like a Netflix film. Okay.
I can see.
Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting point. Because yeah, it did not feel like a Netflix film. It felt like a big time production.
Like a big budget movie.
I would not have seen this in the theater.
Me neither.
So I'm actually glad in this case that it came out to streaming, and then I got a chance to watch it. But yeah, that was my favorite. That's my takeaway. I know our least favorite is RIPD 2.
Oh, terrible.
But any other ones that you were like? I think the other ones were all pretty good.
Yeah, I like Troll. That was a pleasant surprise. Yeah. I hope that gets a physical release because I want that.
You're not busy. I'm doing my first live tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, with KB Loves Movies as my guest. Oh, nice. I like KB too. He's my second cousin. We have this running thing because I was like, I said something and I said that's another tip from your Uncle Dave, and he said you're not my uncle, and I said okay, how about your second cousin? He said okay, fine. So we're second cousins now. You can just tell him that your second cousin Dave says hi, and he'll laugh. He'll like that.
Yeah, I'll try to remember.
Yeah, I will definitely try to check your show out. I have. Oh no, I can't. Tomorrow is date night. Yeah, you check it. I'll have to catch the replay, my friend, because tomorrow's date night, and I have a powerful need to sleep with my wife in the next month. So,
hey, we'll play a little after dark music.
I'm gonna be with her, having Dave After Dark, but I will definitely catch the replay. What is funny? This movie that I would have gone back to the theater for, not Top Gun or Avatar. Yeah. Still playing up that family man gimmick. I see, Dave. You got that right, brother. Don't let me put you on timeout. Yes, definitely keep date night. I have to. So yeah, Tuesday night's my date night. So no streams. But coming up on so we're gonna record our top 10 of E. And then I'm going to drop that probably Wednesday night. So you guys can check it out. So we did our favorite movies beginning with the letter E. And we're recording that one, but I think we might just keep recording that one.
Mm-hmm.
Or we might move that and do them live on Thursdays, but we'll discuss that as we move toward February. We're gonna change our show around a little bit, but every Monday we're now gonna do new releases. This is fun. We're gonna keep doing this. This is a lot of fun. We're catching new movies right off the bat, scoring them, and then you guys in the comments, or if you watch it on replay, if you want us to review a movie, if you want us to check something out, put it down. We'll add it to our list.
Or hit us both up on Instagram.
Hit us on Instagram. Yeah, hit us on Instagram. Hit me on Facebook. Like I said, you can comment on the YouTube channel. You can, reach out to us whatever way you want. It's like, hey, for By the Numbers, can you guys do this movie?
And that'll be fun to do too.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Give me something that I, even if it's something a little bit older, like, hey, I didn't get a chance to watch, because there's a couple that we're thinking about, like Amsterdam and She Said, and Don't Worry, Darling, and things like that. We're moving those in as we go along. But if there's something that's a little bit older that you guys haven't seen that you're wondering is any good, definitely hit us up. And if we've already reviewed it, we'll just let you know what we gave our score to it. But if we haven't reviewed it yet, we'll bring it on the show.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So, all right, my friend, let's go ahead and get out of here. Yeah. I think we're good. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to say before we take off?
Oh, Thursday we got Comic Talk. We're going to be discussing Image Comics first volume of Joshua Williamson and Mike Henderson's Nailbiter. Oh, fantastic book. It's a serial killer book. So yeah, join us at 8 Central.
You knew how to get me hooked on something. You knew what to give me. It's about a serial killer? Oh yeah, I'm in. I'll watch that.
Yeah, that was my first recommendation. That's the first one I recommended, right? Is the first one, right? Because we did
because we did my recommendation, we did Annihilators.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is your first recommendation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Evan. I appreciate that. I know you'll recommend our.
I know it's okay. Send it to my queue. So it's in my queue list to watch.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if we get it, and both of us can watch it, we'll definitely review it for you.
It's on Netflix.
You mean Pale Blue Eyes? I wish. No, he's talking about, and it was so funny when you first started talking about it, I was like, what the heck is but if it wasn't for the Golden Globes, I would have had no knowledge of this movie at all. Good point. Have a good one. Okay, drop y'all a link to review on Instagram. Thanks, brother. And I saw what I see. I saw your episode 10, the video game one. Unfortunately, I'm not a video game person, but I did see it. So good job. It's just yeah, I'm not a video game guy, but I saw that you had it and I went and checked it out. But anyway, let's get out of here. I've got the recap of our scores and nothing else. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Jump on Turner Fan 77's channel on Thursday night. 8 p.m. your time, right? 6 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we'll do Comic Talk and we're going to talk Nailbiter. And then next Monday, we're going to do some more new releases. Just a teaser. We're going to do the 2 Pinocchio movies.
Yeah.
Next Monday. We're gonna score them and compare them.
Mm-hmm.
And one that's going to be
one I hated.
Yep. Me too. All right. Let's get out of here. You guys be safe. Take care. And we'll see you.